After a long road trip, the North Platte Plainsmen have made their way back from the state of Kansas into Nebraska into Bill Wood Field here on a sunny Monday afternoon as they get set for the first game they'll face all season against the Fort Collins Force. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to historic Bill Wood Field and up into the press box. Tobias Zabore along with you, alongside Daniel Castagna. And Daniel, Plainsmen 5 days on the road in Kansas between Dodge City and Liberal. Today they're back home for one against the Fort Collins Force and hoping to turn the tides of what was a fairly disappointing road trip.
Let's hope that they can bounce back from the 5 games. They only won like one, right?
Yeah, they played 4 games over the 5 days. One was rained out against the Liberal BJs. The first game against the BJs, they had the lead in that one. They could not hold on to it. However, they lost to the BJs in game number 1. They come back, game 2 of the road stand. They go to Dodge City. They win 1-0 on an incredible pitching matchup. Justin Santos really delivered for the Plainsmen on the mound, and he was followed by a great outing by the rest of the Plainsmen bullpen. Nick Flores and Mason Davenport shined in that ball game. They won 1-0. Then after that, a 13-3 blowout when they got run ruled by the Dodge City A's the next day. Peyton Ramsey just could not hold his own on the mound. And then the other side, Sota Indin, he went 5 innings, pitched some really good baseball, gave the Plainsmen a lead, 5-3 going to the bottom half of inning number 7. And then Dan, the storm clouds hit and everything turned south for the Plainsmen proverbially.
Oh yeah, I think I was listening to that.
As that big moment was capped off by a 3-run home run by Nolan Williams in the bottom half of the 7th inning. They had a 5-run 7th, and that turned it from a 1-run deficit to a 4-run lead. And the Plainsmen will come back today looking for a little bit of revenge. And we're going to take a look at the lineups and everything in today's ball game, starting with the visiting Fort Collins Force. Jackson Romero will lead off. He'll be out at the shortstop spot. Hayden Iverson is the center fielder batting second. Joel Anderson is out in left field batting third. Brendan Fry, the DH, is in the cleanup role. Sam Pease is out catching. He is going to be batting fifth. Andrew Setzt is batting in the 6th spot out and right. Blake Templeton, the third baseman, bats 7th. Drew Norson is down at first, batting 8th. And Luke Westerman is in the 9 hole. Rounding out the lineup for the Plainsmen will be Zach Knowlton, Kate Owens, Major Maiden, Nick Hockmer, Garrett Golbeck, Mitsuki Kono, Braden Zirkle, Noah Prince, and Kyle McConaughey. As the Plainsmen will try and take a win against the Force before going into a couple days off. We're going to take a break here for the national anthem. When we come back, first pitch at Bill Wood Field between your North Platte Plainsmen and the Colorado Force. Welcome back to Bill Wood Field. Plainsmen getting ready to take on the Fort Collins Force here on a blustery Monday afternoon. And the Plainsmen, we're going to take a look at their batting lineup more in detail in the field. On the other side, the Plainsmen will be led off by Zach Knowlton, followed by Kate Owens, Major Maiden, Nick Hockmer, Garrett Golbeck, Mitsuki Kono, Braden Zirkle, Noah Prince, and Kyle McConaughey. Defensively, Prince is catching for Bryce Butterfield, who's making his first outing since the birth of his child. Major Maiden, in his final game in a Plainsman uniform, is down at first base. Kyle McConaughey's at second. Mitsuki Kono is at short. Garrett Golbeck will be down at third base. The outfield from left to right, Nick Hockmer, Zach Knowlton, and Kate Owens. As the Fort Collins Force will come to the plate looking like this, Jackson Romero will lead off. He'll be followed by Hayden Iverson, Joel Anderson, Brendan Fry, Sam Pease, Andrew Sest, Blake Templeton, Drew Norson, and Luke Westerman rounding it off. And Dan, Bryce Butterfield has not pitched in quite the while for the North Platte Plainsmen. He did not go on the road trip with them. He's been out, obviously, since the birth of his daughter, Harper Lily Butterfield. Butterfield went 3 innings, allowed 1 earned run on 3 hits, 2 strikeouts on July the 2nd against the Western Nebraska Pioneers. That was the last time he came to pitch in a ball game. That game, the Plainsmen lost 4-1 to the Pios. He was in the kind of middle relief of that effort.
Yeah, let's hope recently the starting pitchers for North Platte have been really good. So let's hope that Butterfield can have with consistency of the last couple of previous starting pitchers, can have a really solid start today.
Well, obviously that was highlighted by Justin Santos on the opener against the Dodge City A's, who went 5 innings, allowed 2 hits, 7 walks, 5 strikeouts, and no earned runs. Plainsmen won that game 1-0 as Jackson Romero, the kid from the University of Northern Colorado, steps in. He swings at the first pitch foul. It's 0-1. And Dan, a little fun fact about Romero. He was supposed to be in Plainsmen green and white this year. He was initially committed on the Plainsmen roster for quite a while. However, as we got closer to report date, he flipped and went to the Fort Collins Force. As the 0-1 pitch from Butterfield is taken a little bit high, that will be ball 1. 1-1 the count. The umpires in the field is Travis Monk, and behind the plate, Frank Williams. Butterfield firing home. 1-1 pitch fouled back, and it's 1-2. Butterfield sets on up with his 1-2 offering on home to Jackson Romero. Swinging a ground ball on the left side. Kono can't make a play on it, so a leadoff hit starts this game off for the Fort Collins Force, and a good start for the team in red and white. The Force wearing their red caps with the blue brims, blue batting helmets, red uniforms that say Force across the front in bold white lettering, white numbers on the back, and white pants. The Plainsmen in their green dude hats with the white uniforms and the white pants, wearing their green socks as well. So coming to the plate, Hayden Iverson. Iverson swings that one that's a little bit low in the dirt, so it's 0-1. Iverson goes to the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. Not too far from Fort Collins, about 2-ish hours up the road at UCCS. And not too far from Greeley, which is where the University of Northern Colorado and Romero play. That one's a strike, and Butterfield has batter number 2, 0-2 after the last batter faced a 2-strikeout, and he singled through the left side on Kono.
Yeah, Butterfield's is strong pitching with this pitcher, because he has like the lowest ERA among the Plainsmen, with an ERA of 3.95.
Pitches outside to make it 1-2. That changed yesterday, obviously. Before that, Hideyoshi Kawahara had the lowest ERA, but he had a bad outing as Butterfield steps off the mound to look back Jackson Romero. Obviously, Kawahara's rough outing coming against the Dodge City A's in a game where he only managed an inning and a third and allowed 6 earned runs. Butterfield's 1-2 home is low. It's a ball inside. A nice job by Prince to get out of the crouch and kind of look Romero back into first base. The top half of inning number 1, Butterfield does a 2-2 count on home to Hayden Iverson. Plainsmen, nobody down. And another check on the runner, so Butterfield worried about the speed that Jackson Romero possesses. So he will look back and now get ready to come on set. 2-2. Runner breaks early, swinging a ground ball foul. So we stay right where we are, and back to the bag will go Jackson Romero. Romero down at first, a Fort Collins native. So back with his hometown team at the University of Northern Colorado this past year. He only attempted to steal first base once all season. He was caught doing so. trying to show that he's got speed here with the Fort Collins force. The 2-2 pitch home is going to be a ground ball back to Butterfield. He'll go to second. There's the out onto first, a little high, but in time. Major Maiden goes up to make the play. Bryce Butterfield, the wherewithal to go to second. A nice job by Mitsuki Kono to turn it, and quickly 2-man out.
Yeah, that was a perfect executed double play for the Plainsmen to get the start of this game and increase the morale from last game's run rule.
Last game was not a run rule, Dan. I hate to correct you, but that was the game before. Last game they had the lead, let it go late.
I was miscorrected.
Joel Anderson takes a pitch off inside. It is 1-1 from Scottsdale Community College. See the count 1-0. Pitch is a bit high, so it's a 2-ball count. To Joel Anderson. 2-1 is a little bit inside, and there's a ball. And now 3 balls after Butterfield got the double play. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 men down. Butterfield delivering on home, swinging a line drive into left field. That ball's going to find the wall. And a nice job by Hockmer to throw it back in. They might have him at second. The throw is wide. Had the throw been online by the cut man, Mitsuki Kono, he would have been dead to rights at second. The way it is, though, a double for Joel Anderson.
Yeah, that would have been a really good play to end the first inning, a 1-2-3 inning. But they didn't have that communication, and he overthrowed it. So that was just bad luck for Kono.
Well, now Brendan Fry will come up to hit. He takes a pitch inside for a strike. It's quickly 0-1. Goes to Neosho County Community College. Here with the Fort Collins force, waiting on an 0-1 pitch. The offering from Butterfield will be in there for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. So after the last batter saw 3 balls in a count and made his way on through a lash double, this man is down on the count. 0-2. Butterfield looking in for the sign from Ryan Kelly. He's got it, comes set, and will deal on home with the 0-2 pitch. A little bit high for a ball, 1-2. Just missed a strikeout to end the inning. Plainsmen will look to send it to their batters with no damage done. It'll be Knowlton, Owens, and Major Maiden scheduled to hit. Here's the 1-2 from Bryce Butterfield to Brendan Fry. He takes it, and it goes through the legs of Prince, so down to third goes the runner Anderson. And the count will be 2-2 with 2 men out, and a run 90 feet away from scoring at the third base bag.
It looked like he didn't, squeeze, his legs. Like a traditional play a catcher would do. He would just drop down. It didn't look like he had that quick enough reaction for that.
Well, now there'll be a 2-2 count to Brendan Fry, runner at third. He takes it a bit outside for ball 3. Looked pretty good, but just missed the plate. So a 3-ball, 2-strike, full count delivery from Butterfield on to Fry. At third is Joel Anderson, the left fielder. Trying to score the first runs of today's game. Full count is a line drive foul. That one was laced, but it was laced foul, and so we stay where we are.
Yeah, it looked like that was good contact, but it looked like he swung a little early. But a really good contact by the force.
The payoff pitch. Swinging a high pop-up on the infield. Moving over is Garrett Golbeck into foul territory. Looking for it by the tarp. He makes the catch. The Plainsmen avoid trouble in inning number 1. So to the bottom half we go with the Plainsmen bats coming up to hit. They have not allowed one so far.
Nebraska Land Bank. Nebraska Land provides big bank services with the benefits of local establishments. With 3 locations in North Platte, Nebraska Land provides home loans and personal accounting services along with business service as well.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. a proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event?
Well, we're back a little bit earlier than normal, and here is why. We are going into a weather delay. There's some inclement weather moving in from the north. Seems like it should be passed not too long. However, to take precautions, the team is pulling the tarp on the field, and so we will take a break for the weather delay. Just letting everybody know, we will be back with more coverage at the bottom of the first inning between the Plainsmen and the Fort Collins Force. But for now, do enjoy your downtimes during the weather delay here on the Plainsmen YouTube channel from Billwood Field. Well, welcome back to the broadcast booth as we have an update on the weather. For all 9 of you who are still watching, you can turn it off now because the game is done. It's been called. We will not be playing later tonight against the Fort Collins Force. We got half an inning of baseball in before the weather really came down. I don't know if I can turn around broadcast camera, but
It might be made up when you guys go there next week.
it's coming down pretty hard from what we've heard. It might be made up when we go to Fort Collins next week. It might not. Still up in the air. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for sticking out the weather delay. Sorry for the outcome. We'll see you guys later when we're back at home.